Welcome in, West Tigers fans, to another episode of the West Tigers Life podcast. I am your host, Josh Barnett, coming to you on West Tigers TV. Please give us a subscribe if you haven't already. Shouts to everyone coming in on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much to everyone who has already. Give us a like on the Facebook at West Tigers TV and Instagram at West Tigers TV. And then West Tigers Life on X/Twitter if you're on there as well. Big show tonight, plenty to discuss despite it being a bye weekend. Magic round to review. And, of course, Viva Las Vegas. The Tigers are off to America in 2027 to start the season. We'll talk all about that. We've got our special guest who I'll get to in a second. I'll go to my right winger. Over here, speaking of right wing, isn't Pauline Hanson doing well on the polls?
She's doing very well.
Wow.
But let's not talk about that. No, great to be here. Thanks, Jace, for having us again. iChoice, lovely setup. Wish I could say I had a great weekend, but everything I supported on the weekend got belted. So hopefully the only way is up.
And yes, as Hoff just said, Jason from iChoice, thank you for joining. Not for the first time, you've been on the show a few times. Thanks for coming on and having us here. As we said off air, this is one of the greatest office. Is there a better office you've ever been to ever? It's the best.
It is the most visually appealing office I've ever been into. I've said that a couple of times.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I think I've been on once or twice.
Yeah.
So my name is Jason Curry. I'm the director of iChoice Mortgage Brokers, and we kind of help sponsor these guys, basically by these guys coming in the office and making a mess of the boardroom every Wednesday night. But look, I gave myself a couple of introductions, but it was a bit of a while ago. I did play for the Western Suburbs Juniors, playing for Burwood United down at Concord Park back in the early 70s. So I was brought up as a Concord Strathfield guy. It's kind of more top Balmain territory. I kind of went for the Tigers as a kid. Even I played for the Western Tigers. They were still my two favourite teams. But my dad was the Salomon of Balmain Leagues Club for 20 years. Wow. He worked with Steve Roach. And I became friends with Wayne Pearce, and we've done a number of seminars together where I talk about home loans and he talks about state of origin. We look after Wayne and his boy Mitch. And look, I just want to let you know that if you do want some really honest advice with regard to home loans and commercial loans from a broker, I've worked in 4 banks in my time. I've got a team of 5 people, the most fantastic Tigers supporters who all work here in this office. Now with budget night, there's a lot of different things that first home buyers need to be aware of. Leapfrogging a couple of investments to get into your first home might not be the best strategy now. People who already have investment loans really need to make sure that their limits are where they need to and their offset accounts are filled up, because you have got an unfair advantage where you can get negative gearing when you buy again, but you can't negatively gear it against your personal income. You have to negatively gear it against your existing positively geared rental income. So, we'd love to hear from you. Because of my amazing team, we are ranked in the top 10 teams in Australia. So you're dealing with some pretty serious people. Go the Tigers. I'll leave it to you guys. I've actually popped in on Wednesday night to say hello. So Rob will be very proud of me indeed. All the best, guys, and go the Tigers.
Thanks, Jason. And coming in, 9743 0000. Give Jason's team a call. And some will be happy to see him. Some people on the internet, maybe not.
Most people won't, I think, Shane.
Gary Watson is here, everybody. How are you, Gary?
I'm very well. I like getting a walk on. I think we should do this every episode.
Yeah, how about we don't?
I get announced and I get to walk onto the show. We should have some music for me. Yeah. Some play on music when I walk out.
Hillbilly Jim.
It'll be worth getting a strike on YouTube for.
It won't be Kylie Minogue, I can tell you that.
She wouldn't want to do it.
The locomotion. When's the doco out?
Today.
Have you seen it yet?
Okay, not yet.
Okay. Oh, sorry. It's a wonder you're on the show tonight, not at home.
I was dragged kicking and screaming. That wasn't.
Right, first cap off the rank. Let's do a bit of course, let's not beat around the bush. Viva Las Vegas, boys. How good, Shane?
Well, I wasn't surprised. That's been the rumour. We all knew. But mate, to everyone that's going, good luck. It's going to be a great couple of days, no doubt. I'd love to go. I'm not going, but it'll be immense. And I think we're a chance against the Storm. I'd rather be playing them there than even in Sydney, to be bluntly honest. I loved what the West Tigers did with the advertisement. Tito on the plane. Everything.
Imagine sitting next to him on a plane.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome.
It'd be challenging.
16 hours. You are right. So many people, I put up the post this morning of the announcement of the news, and people were saying, oh, why can't we play against Parramatta? Why would you? The Parramatta Derby in Sydney is amazing.
Agreed.
And everyone's like, oh, we're going to lose against... Everyone's down in the dumps because we lost 3 in a row and we got flogged by Melbourne, obviously, last week. We played them this year under strength. We're going to play them probably, touch wood, full strength next year.
Yep.
Round 1.
Hopefully they haven't gelled.
It's their home game. We don't have to play in Melbourne next year.
When was the last time that's happened? We've actually travelled away and we benefit.
Well, I think we skipped. I think we didn't have to play in Melbourne a year or two ago. We just didn't play them twice, I think.
I'm just talking all over. Like, we're always giving away home games ourselves. So it's about time we got something.
As soon as I saw the announcement, I just assumed it was our home game.
So did I.
And then
it's always been that.
I saw NRL put up the official post and said Melbourne v West Tigers. And I'm like, it's our away game, even better. So
perfect.
We're going to Vegas. So many so many negative comments.
You've got to be positive about that. Madness.
It's our turn. The club and everyone's like, oh, we want to make the top 8. We can make the top 8 and still make Vegas. The Knights,
100%.
The Knights are going awesome this year. They went to Vegas. Like, we get a week off in between. There's no we started with a bye this year. Everyone complained. Obviously, I'll complain about that.
Starting with
the bye shit.
Yeah, horrible.
Starting the year in Vegas against the Storm, get the Storm game. You go over and everyone's like, I don't want to go watch this lose. Coming from Magic Round when we just lost, when you have somewhere to get drunk after and to have a good time, it does make, and not saying that we will lose, I think we can beat the Storm full strength. There's no reason why we can't. We
have many variables before. So many variables.
Yeah, over Vegas, anything can happen.
It should be massive.
To walk out of that game, even if we do get towed up, you're in Las Vegas, enjoy have a holiday, play some blackjack, go to
Kiss mini golf. Over there.
Mini golf.
Yeah, it's got their own mini golf over there, Kiss.
They'll make money off anything, won't they?
They'll do whatever it takes, mate.
Can you hit it like in a Gene Simmons tongue or something?
They've got Gene Simmons's full museum there now.
Yeah, right. All the
used to have in his
home.
No, that wouldn't fit in Las Vegas. Jesus Christ. But
Gary, what are your thoughts on Vegas? I was surprised you said off air you're not going to go.
Yeah, I won't head over myself. Me, a weekend in a place like that may not be the best idea.
Would you not get a visa? Is there something?
Yeah.
Some reason you won't get a visa?
My social media posts, I don't think Trump let you into the country now if you've been... I think the Magpies might get me banned from leaving the country.
They'll set you up over there.
So, yeah, I won't be going personally, but I think it's great for the club. We get to be seen on that big stage that opens the season every year that we've kind of missed. Two out of the last 3 we've had the bye, so we haven't even got to play the next weekend. So I think being on that big stage, opening the season, opening it over in Vegas, I think is really good for the club, and I'm really pleased to see us going over there.
And one other thing, there's going to be more West Tigers supporters than Melbourne Storm, 100%.
Yeah.
Mate, I think
quadruple.
I think the West Tigers fans are going to invade Vegas. I think they'll have more supporters than anyone. Based off the number of people who have messaged me today to say that they're going to go, it's going to be huge.
There'll be so many, they'll probably call in ICE to remove them afterwards. But Rach is going. I think Kelly's going to go as well. So the girl's going to go.
Rach has been messaging in our group chat today. She's planning already. She may already have tickets. So
maybe we can get a Hear Her Raw Vegas style. That'd be good. But
I'm just hoping a few of them don't get let back in. Like Rach can stay over there. A couple others. Steve Stratton, every time he goes somewhere, he'll go. He'll go. But he went to Melbourne last year when we got flogged. He was up at Magic Round last weekend. We got flogged. He did go to New Zealand. We won that one, but maybe he shouldn't go.
Yeah, and in a totally unrelated matter, become a West Tigers YouTube member while you're there on the YouTube. $5 a month, support the show. Who knows? You might fund some of us to do podcasts over in Las Vegas. I mean, if Kelly and Rach are going, I might have to take the equipment over and have to produce a podcast or two.
There'd be worse places to do a podcast, I'll say that.
Yeah, I might. The girls will probably have to talk because I'll probably be a bit sloshy from a few too many daiquiris, but
would we be able to tell any difference, mate?
No, that's true. I did listen back to our podcast last week, and Jesus Christ, you'd swear I was a bit drunk. But yeah, anyway, moving on. Macca re-signs. Apparently, but had no confirmation. News dropped on the Sydney Morning Herald on Friday that he'd re-signed.
Onion Adam, one of our viewers, wanted us to talk about this tonight.
Onion Adam. What a layers to this story.
Let's bring it up. I expected it to be. I expected it to very good. I got it. I expected it to be. All of us would have expected it to be announced by now. So what's the hold up, Gary? You know everything.
Well, I do. I don't know this though. So it is an odd one. I would have thought that usually once it starts to hit the media, you find out in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
So it's probably on the amount of signings we've done in the last 3 weeks. I'm pretty confident that the guys at the club are handling it all right, but I'd like to see it announced because I think that's a really important signing, especially with his ties to Union. I'm not really worried about other clubs, but his ties to Union worry me a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe the Vegas announcement, maybe they were waiting for that? I mean, it's been a little bit of a gap in between. Like, it was the Friday before Magic Round. They got to play into Las Vegas announcement. They would have known it was coming. The NRL would have had it bookmarked for Wednesday, the middle of the week, to announce it. Maybe they're waiting for the Vegas news to die down and then wait to announce it a bye week as well. So maybe we'll get it.
We've been dropping plenty of announcements days apart over the last 3 weeks.
So maybe they want to space it out.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. I think all the negativity around the Jerome Luai story and going to Papua New Guinea and the angst that kind of caused, the 4 or 5 announcements we've had since then have blown that completely away. So I don't think there's any need for us to have a really positive story at the moment. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're just holding this one in the bank a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
And maybe after, like, if we get another loss coming up, maybe they may drop something.
Yeah, or maybe Friday.
I think we all agree
this week.
He's re-signed. So it'd be a absolute smash in the face.
They wouldn't, like, a lot of people, I'll wait till the club announces it. When the paper, very rarely does a newspaper announce a re-signing.
Yeah.
Like, you get rumors of, like, oh, this player met with blah, blah, blah. When they're saying this player's re-signed, someone, probably the manager in this case, has told the journo for a favor, hey, my client's re-signed. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Billy. I reckon they're spacing it apart.
All right, moving on to our next item. Magic Round next year. Hoff, you're already
I'm going.
Keen to go?
I'm going, definitely going.
It's 4 days next week. So next year.
Yep.
Yeah, which should be good. So Thursday night added because obviously
4
the Bears
Caxton
coming
visits.
in.
That'll be.
Mate, it is unreal. Obviously, I made my debut over the weekend, even though we lost. The Tigers section gate was literally you walk out in Caxton Streets.
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
unreal.
It was the precinct.
So cool.
It's great for kids. There was so many activations. It reminded me a lot, Gaz, and you might you've been to the NFL as well. It did really remind me of going to an American sporting event, just in terms of there's just so many things to do outside of the game. You go to an NRL game, regular season game in Australia, and you might have a couple of pop-ups here, or you got to line up to get a beer for 60 minutes. It just was such a good atmosphere. Having the pubs and the bars and the street blocked off. I did Tigers Broncos a couple of years ago, and that was pretty good too. The setup at Suncorp, it is just a perfect spot and a great stadium to watch.
They turn underground car parks on Caxton Street into full restaurants around that time. Origin night, I was there 2 years ago, and they turned just an underground car park into a full dining experience with a bar. It was packed. They do it so well up there, and I'm so glad that it got extended for another 15
don't
years.
move it. It's the perfect spot.
It'll never move.
Yeah, and it was warm too.
Yep.
Like I didn't have to wear a jumper. Like, it's just if it was in Sydney, it would have been freezing freaking cold or raining or something.
Yeah,
it rained a little bit. I think on the Friday it rained, didn't it? But Gary, you going to go to Magic Round next year?
Well, you're actually making me very jealous because I was supposed to be at Magic Round this year, but I had a couple of things come up and wasn't able to get up there. I would love to go next year. It's something I've wanted to do for the last couple of years and haven't had a chance to get up there yet. So Shane can help me out, and we'll go up and we'll have a bit of fun time up there next year.
If I've got time, I'll spend a bit of time with you up there, but I can't guarantee you that.
Shane's got his own mates.
Mate, you'll be knocking on my door.
No, I won't be. Taylor May, season-ending injury, it looks.
Maybe. We don't know yet.
Hopefully not. But that wasn't I'm not going to say it was expected, but there was always that risk. I think 50% chance of doing it again after you come back so quick from a dislocation. So I'm hoping we can see at least a little bit more from him in the finals. Yes, I said finals. I still think we're going to make the finals, to all the naysayers.
Is there a particular co-host that you're directing that at?
Oh, well, it's not Gary. So, yeah, do your own math on that.
There are like 4 other hosts or 7 other hosts on our channel. So you may have to be a bit more.
The one with the flowing locks.
The flowing locks.
Oh, is that why it's definitely not me? Really? Come on. A bald crack. Come on.
The flowing locks. Not Junior, is it?
Nah. But yeah, it's but that was disappointing. But the press conference today, AD, I think we're going to go to it later on.
Yeah, we have got a clip. No, play the. I caught Jay off.
Yeah, AD. AD interview today. I was hinting that he'll be back sooner.
How's the recovery going? Yeah, good, going really good. Just nailing my rehab and trying to get through as much work in the gym and on the field as much as possible to push for a comeback as soon as possible.
I mean, would you have
I haven't really spoken about it with our performance staff yet. Next few weeks, somewhere around there.
Has it been frustrating to not be out there the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, of course. I hate watching from the sideline and not being able to be out there and help the boys, especially with a lot of experience out for us over the past few weeks. So in that sense, it's disappointing. I feel as though the boys come at a good time for us to reset and hopefully get a few trips back next week against the Dogs. And I want to come back as soon as possible.
And you said the group's in a bit of a hole. What have you noticed from the outside in terms of energy level?
I think with any team, if you take out the 9, 7 and 1 from the team, every team's going to struggle a bit. So we find ourselves in a bit of a hole where we've had a few injuries to key players and to experienced players as well. So, and with the way the game is, momentum and things like that, it's hard for, players that haven't been there week in, week out to stop that momentum and stop that roll on. So, as I said, the bye came at a good week. Time to reset. The boys have got away from footy for a few days and come back in and, as I said, attack the Dogs next week.
What confidence do you take out of the first 7 weeks that you can obviously just once you get the key trips back, you can reset?
Yeah, obviously a lot. You saw when we're a fully fit team what we can do with the footy and without the footy as well. So we're lucky enough to bank some wins early and still put us in a fair position heading into this buys.
So, yeah, a little bit of positive possibly there, Gary, with Adam returning. Can you see him coming back for probably Bulldogs is too soon, maybe the week after?
I really hope we can get him by that Panthers game. He is so important this year. You guys know how critical I've been of him in the past.
Yep.
But I said on Claws Out the other night that I think he and Appy are the key to what that we're missing at the moment. And I hope he's back as soon as possible because he makes such a difference to our team this season.
Yeah, it's just people are forgetting, and Shane, you'll definitely, I know you'll agree with this. People say next man up mentality. We knew at the start of the season the team doesn't have great depth. But if you pull out the fullback, the halfback, the hooker, the best KPP, you could probably argue KPP, but Samuel Fainu, probably our best forward this year. Twally was out last week. Terrell was out the week before. Taylor's gone off injured now. If you rip those players out of any team, they're going to struggle.
100%. And that's why I made that post on the West Tigers TV on Sunday night. If you just everyone take a breath and take a step back, when we're missing most of our spine and other players, we're going to struggle no matter who you are. So, next man up, that's all good and well. And even I was surprised how much of a gap we've still got from our top line players to our depth.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was still that great, but unfortunately it is. But I just said as each week goes on, next week we get Appy back, week after, hopefully AD, and it just snowballs from there. So I'm not writing us off at all.
Yeah, 100%. As I said, big screen TV says in the comments there, if Penrith did the same.
Yeah.
Well, Penrith did. They had that massive losing streak
Yeah.
Last year, they went through.
I was going to touch on this later on, but I'll say now, round 12, 2005, we were sitting 11th on the same amount of points we're on now. 2010, we were sitting 6th with 14 points. 2011, we were 8th with 12 points. So we're still thereabouts, So everyone needs to just not drop their bundle.
That's a good work.
Thanks, mate.
Should I point out the times that we're at this same point and didn't make the finals, though?
No.
Weren't we at a similar spot this time last year?
But I know what you're saying. We actually have, when we're healthy, this team, we have proof is in the pudding that this team is a great team when they're playing well. We've got some great wins when the team is healthy.
Yeah.
I think Api Coruscant alone is going to be, I'm tipping us against the Dogs next week, no matter what happens with them this week.
I will.
Api Coruscant back alone is massive. Dream Buller possibly. Huge. If Dream Buller, I'm going to Combank Stadium full of energy. If Dream and Appy are back next week.
Agree.
The hard part about these injuries for me is we're in a position with the way we started the season. We started the season really, really well. And we built ourselves a platform where we could shoot for the top 4. I think what the injuries have done has put us back to we're now got to shoot for the top 8. It's a bit of a fight for the top 8.
Yeah.
But it's a fight. We're still in it.
Exactly.
There's a lot of people out there who are viewing the season as over. The season's not over. We get players back. This side can play really good football. It can play really tough football. Yep. It can get into the grinding games like West Tiger sides we haven't seen before. And I'm still positive that we can make a late run towards the finals. We're still in a good spot.
Sorry.
I was just going to say, the bye is come as Benji. We haven't done the press conference. Benji says it in the clip we're going to play later. We needed the bye. 10 games in a row.
Definitely.
After this bye is another 10 in a row. So it really is showing not having the bye 5 or 6 weeks in, where you have 5 or 6 weeks a bye and then 5 or 6 weeks bye.
Yeah.
It's really making a difference. And I think the team really needed it as well. There are players that have played most games this year or all of the games that also needed to rest their bodies up. So
I think it's been a double bunger. It's been the losses that's gotten everyone down, but then also our for and against taking such a massive hit. That's what's, demoralised everyone else as well. So we just got to stay strong and stick with the boys. They'll come good.
Scotty said calm the Tigers. He used his two-month membership. So, if you want to become a member like Scotty's been one of the OG Patreon members as well. Good on you, Scotty. I think he's going to Vegas next year.
Yep.
As well.
Yep.
Next up, we have Origin.
No Tigers.
Mr. Queenslander, Mr. Fake Queenslander over here.
Yep. Couldn't care less. Not care less.
I love Origin, but my emotional attachment, I said this in the Discord the other day and got flamed for it. Gary, I'll put this to you. You're wearing your Blues hat. My emotional attachment between the Tigers making the finals and the Blues, I would rather, put it this way, I would rather Queensland win 3-0 and us make the finals.
Yeah, I think most Tigers would be the same. 100%. It's been, 15, 16 years now since we've played the finals. We need to make the finals more than I need New South Wales to win this State of Origin series, though I love State of Origin.
So having learned that you go for Queensland, I more want New South Wales to win.
I like you even less now.
But no Tigers picked, and people, and again in our Discord the other day, spewing that
there's always a what if.
Should have been in the mix.
Well, he should have been.
Api Coruscant and had not got suspended, was probably the best hooker in the comp.
I reckon he would have been picked. I reckon Api would have been picked for sure.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you pick him now? What difference does it make that he's been out for?
He hasn't had game time, and the Origin cauldron is massive.
The way he plays, the 3 weeks off,
he wouldn't let you down.
He
wouldn't let you down.
I'm just trying to justify Laurie Daly why he doesn't.
No, Laurie Daly doesn't deserve any justification for that side he picked. He deserves to be roasted over that side, and his complete unwillingness to even look at a guy like Terrell May is disgusting.
I agree.
Api Coruscant is in the top couple of hookers in the comp this season, and I think the 3 weeks off actually benefits New South Wales if they were to pick him.
Terrell May, not only has he done nothing wrong this year, but he's done nothing wrong last year. Like, what's it take for him to get picked?
So it's just in the extended squad, yeah. But at the end of the day, I'll cheer for
him.
Whoever's in the jersey for New South Wales. I'll be annoyed if they lose, and
Mitch Moses, you're going to get right behind you. You're going to ride that one home, mate.
I honestly, as much as I despise Mitchell Moses, I am kind of glad that they didn't pick Jerome over Moses, because I want Jerome to play for us and to not be exhausted playing against the Bulldogs next week. I want at the end of the day, I'd rather West Tigers beat the Bulldogs next week than the Blues beat the Maroons. And I hate the Maroons. I love Origin, but my emotional attachment is 100 times.
What does the fake Queenslander think?
What are your thoughts on having these Polynesians play now for Queensland? I know Rob has said, Rob has said he hates it, and that's completely turned him off Origin. I don't really look.
There was
if you're a Pacific Islander and you grew up in Queensland or New South Wales, I don't have a problem if you're getting picked.
Yeah,
and if you want to play for Tonga or Samoa, then fair enough. I don't have an issue with it. You want the best of the best, the best from New South Wales versus the best from Queensland.
I don't like it. I like it's about it meaning something to you, and I really
but if you grow up from the age of 7,
what's to say it doesn't mean something?
If you grow up in the age of 7 in Queensland or New South Wales, and it definitely means something.
Why you're choosing, and I know
your heritage means something as well.
Yeah, because they're still an emerging nation, so it's okay to go and play for them.
What I think it does,
but they may get frowned upon in the future. The stronger Samoa and Tonga get.
I actually think it takes away from those players that choose to represent their heritage countries. A guy like I'm trying to think of a couple that have done it, but those guys that chose to play for Tonga a couple of years ago, who chose to play for Tonga over choosing state of origin, that says something about their commitment to that country.
Yeah,
that says that's them taking ownership and pride in that heritage.
Maybe,
and I think it takes away from that a little bit.
Yeah. I get what you're saying, but now they're not in that predicament. They can.
But if you're selected to play for New South Wales or Queensland, you couldn't help but not get wrapped up into it. Surely, as a player,
I have,
especially Queensland.
Talking to emotional attachment, I have zero emotional attachment to the Kangaroos. When I watch the Kangaroos, if Kangaroos are playing,
I'm the
Fiji,
same. I'm the same.
I'm all in on.
I'm the same. I'm the same a little bit.
Taruva, I'm all in. Bulla. I'm in on Fiji. I might as well be Fijian.
I stopped getting into the Kangaroos. I stopped getting in the Kangaroos in about 1994.
Yeah.
Because it's just ridiculous. They just win.
And it's very similar, like in America. I don't know how Americans, when they go to the Olympics and cheer for the American basketball team, and you got LeBron James. You got all the every single All-Star from the NBA playing against bloody Cameroon.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, yeah, it's US. It's like, it's kind of, to a lesser extent, the same with the Kangaroos.
Have you met Americans?
Plenty, yeah.
Mate, you can't see why they don't like that. But
yeah, to some extent. I don't think Americans have the attachment that much anymore. Anyway,
I don't want to drop the back in the good old days, but back in the good old days when England were good in the 80s, that's when international football was at its peak.
But they didn't win it. They didn't win an Ashes series in the 80s.
No, but how close was it?
Yeah, look, for me, I think it's probably a little bit different for you and I than it is for Josh as well.
Yeah.
We lived through that 80s where the Invincibles and the Unbeatables. And
Henderson, Gill, and even everyone.
Even the last Kangaroo tour in, was it 94 or was it?
I don't know when it was.
I briefly remember watching, I think Benny Elias played in that.
Yeah.
I have
those Kangaroo tours coming home from school on a Tuesday night and we're playing some club team.
Yeah,
from
England. Australia versus St Helens.
That was fantastic.
I remember.
They were great.
I have faint memories of watching.
That's where my attachment to the Kangaroos comes from. And I wish we could have a proper tour like that again. England used to come out here and play club sides.
They bring the massive, not the Barmy Army, but similar amount of people. But just England, they've just lost the plot with rugby league, and it's getting worse. So we're never going to see those halcyon days, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, it could be worse. It could be AFL and just have no one to play against.
Just make up another sport so you can play someone.
Yeah. They're the Gaelic bullshit. I always wondered, just a tangent a little bit, like every state of origin, like AFL fans must just look at it and go, and AFL fans are like, they just look at the state of origin product. They try to recreate it with Victoria versus, I don't know, South Australia or some bullshit. It's not the same. So, state of origin, great product. Don't care, no Tigers are playing. Go Blues, go Tigers next week. So, all right, moving on.
Yep. Summerhill Hotel.
Oh, yes, of course. We didn't give beloved Summerhill Hotel a plug. We did advertise we were going to do a trivia night on Monday night there, but we're going to push that back to later in the season. Just need a bit more time to prep for it. A little bit hard with being Origin week and that sort of thing. So we're going to find a different date for that trivia night, but we will be at the Summerhill Hotel next road game, which is still a few weeks. We've got a few home games in a row now. So the next away game, I can't remember off the top of my head, but we will be there. But
go there, great food, great alcohol, great everything. One Lucky Street right across the road from the station.
So, we'll be there. Book a table for whatever the date is. Jay, can you look up the next road game? Right. We'll give you a date and call up, book now. Summerhill Hotel, get in. We had, as you saw on the screen, we had great numbers for the very first watch along, and we want to grow that. Game. It's such a good venue to watch football at. Yeah. I loved it. Real big screens. I think 85-inch screens, 2 of them. Beautiful. Yeah, it's a great place. Volume outside. Yeah, nice and cozy. We'll be there. Shane will be there.
I'll be there.
He'll buy you a beer.
There'll be door prizes.
You're going to buy me a beer? I think you really should.
Nah, I think I should.
What can't you buy me might be the Dragons game, Emmanuel.
I'll buy a beer there for people I like.
Does Rob get a beer?
He doesn't drink beer.
I haven't seen Rob drink a beer.
He drinks wine.
I'll get him a shardy.
Yeah, I half like him.
We'll get him what's a half beard?
Shandy.
Shandy. Get him a shandy.
Great Kiss song. Anyway. Throw that in
All
there.
right, some press conference clips from the
Manly West Tigers.
Yeah, let's get into
I'm sitting here still very positive about our start, like 5-5. Before the season, that would have been probably an overachievement for most people looking at our team, to be fair. And on the bright side, there's still a lot of good we can take away from the way we started. And like I said, this is a great time for us to stop, reset, have a break. We flogged them to death in the preseason, asked them to play at a very high level in the last 3 weeks we've been paddling. So it's a good time for us to get the break.
It is important it's glass full, right? I mean, you are 5-5, you're in the top 8.
Well, it's important for me as a coach because I don't know any other way, to be fair. And I've got belief in my team and what we're doing and where we can go and what we can achieve. So I know people are going to look at the last 3 weeks, which is fair, and we deserve to cop it for the way we've performed, to be honest.
So Shane, the Benji kind of reiterating what we were
just saying
before 5-5, not too bad. It's time to reset, go again next week.
As I said, we still need to come out better though, and that's on Benji.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to get positive. You've
a
negative spin on that.
You've got to be honest.
Yeah.
The first 20 was putrid again, and that's on Benji for not preparing the guys. So
yeah, and I think the squad. They're elite athletes, but I get it. Played with such intensity to start the year.
Yep.
I don't know, Gary. Do you think the players were tired the last couple of weeks?
I think Benji kind of speaks about that in that comment from the press conference there, saying flogged them all off season. We've asked them to play with a high intensity, and if you have a look at the first month of football we played, it was really high intensity, especially defensively. Our line speed was right up there. First contact was right up there, and I think that started to drop off in that Cronulla game. I think that first half of that Cronulla game, that same intensity wasn't there. And I don't think it's just the players missing, though Appy does drive our line speed. I think it's a long season, and playing that high intensity, that high work rate football is tough to do over the entire season.
And Manly scored some good tries. It's not like they just strolled over the line. They're a bloody good side. And even if we had our full side for the past 3 weeks, it didn't guarantee us 3 wins.
Especially if Benji didn't prepare them properly, as you said.
Well, I think we beat the Sharks and Manly comfortably if we have probably Api Coruscant and Dream Buller. But
Manly are very
we'll never
good.
know.
Mate, they've been very good since they got rid of Slagle.
But
very good since that change of coach.
I still think we could have beat them. I just think Api Coruscant in that middle just would have, and just the leadership of, I think it affects Jerome. Jerome plays better when Api's there. Everything starts with Api, and it's off the field, on the field, like every play, the decision making, the hooking role is so important. So
we saw over the first couple of years Api was at our club. He was playing that high standard of football that he's playing now.
Yeah.
But it was too much for him to do by himself.
Yeah.
We've got wooden spoons with Api playing a high quality, high level of football. And I think that's where we're at now, is there's just not enough leadership there with Api out, with Adam out, with the losses that we've had.
Even Dream.
And Dream. And that leadership that has made a difference this year has been diluted to the point where it's just gotten a little bit tough for those younger guys without those great leaders there. I'm hoping that starts to improve once Api's back for the Bulldogs game.
All right, we'll go to another clip from Benj and Jerome.
Benji's taking all this on his shoulders here, but it's a challenge for yourself as well, I guess, to try and lift this team out. How do you see what you have to do in the next time you play?
Yeah, Bugs doesn't need to take it all up on himself. I'm right beside him. It is a challenging period, and it's going to challenge us as leaders. And the hardest thing to do right now is probably be positive. But that's what I need to do for my team and my teammates. Address it head on, walk towards this challenging period, and work it out ourselves. That's the only people that's gonna dig us out, and just have honest conversations with each other, and back to the drawing board.
One thing I can't unsee that Adel pointed out at the start of the year, our jerseys aren't tight enough. I was checking out his pecs then, but his jersey is loose. Unless he took his strapping out or something. Adel mentioned it at the start of the year that our West Tigers don't tighten their jerseys enough. Like, they don't wear their jerseys tight enough. And it just looks... Anyway, Jerome talking about their leadership and that sort of thing. Jerome Shane has had a lot of criticism online. I hope he doesn't read the comments. I'm sure he does. West Tigers fans, since he signed with PNG, coincides with a lot of injuries and losing. But, I think he's just missing his general in Api beside him. What are your thoughts on Jerome?
I think he's injured. I saw him hobbling around on the weekend. I don't think he's 100%.
He didn't train at all the week leading into that Manly game.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. He can still get the players up, though. I'm disappointed in his performance, like anyone. I think a lot of people, I don't know, the jury's still out with me with the PNG thing, where people are into him about that. I still think most fans are okay with the announcement. I just think they're a bit more, especially now we're riddled with injuries. Everyone expected him just to step up, and because he hasn't. He's copping it. Which, is it fair or unfair? I don't know. We're fans. Everyone's got a right to be pissed, I suppose. But I think, again, I say it every week. Hopefully we see a better Jerome against the Dogs, because we need him.
I was at the game, Gary. Sorry, Gary. You guys on Claws Out the other night were talking about a lot of people bringing up him passing it to Taylor and Taylor's shit kick that happened. I was sitting behind the post, running towards us. When he did that, I actually thought it was the right play. Just Taylor should have got a good kick away. I reckon my 6-year-old could have kicked it better with his foot than Taylor did. Taylor just missed the kick, but Taylor could have probably drawn and passed, and there was a bit of space. I think the play was actually on. Adel said the same thing. I'm glad
Adel did say the same thing.
Obviously, people listen to Adel more than me, but because he's an actual coach. But the defender did shoot out a line, and he saw it, passed it, and if he did kick it, he probably would have got maybe charged down or taken out. Anyway, I thought he actually made the right play then. I think, like, Emmanuel's having a go, friend of the show, Emmanuel, saying he makes no difference on the field. That's not true. He does make a difference on the field. It's just when you haven't got Appy inside you don't have Samuela outside you, like it's Dream outside you, like it's just you can only do so much without the tools in your back pocket. Sorry, Gary, to cut you off.
Yeah, a couple of things I want to raise about Jerome. I'll address what you said first, Josh. I think he's really struggling with what we have out. He's not the guy that leads your team around the park. I know we signed him thinking we could convert him into that, but that obviously isn't his role in the team now. He's what Benji Marshall was in our team in the years he played at
13. Yeah.
He was that 6 who needed a good 7 playing inside him. He needed good structure, and he's the type of player that breaks out of that structure and causes havoc. That's what Jerome is in our side. And I think expecting him to be that guy, even though we signed him as that guy to run our side around the field, it's just not going to happen. It's not the type of footballer he is. I also want to mention that press conference that we just watched. I thought in the 2 press conferences before that, he looked very uncomfortable in those press conferences. He had his hat down over his eyes. He didn't really look at the camera. I thought that was a vast improvement on how he spoke, and the language he was using was more of that leader that I want to see him be at our club. So I'm happy with what he's doing on the field. I think he just needs some more support. I do agree, Shane. I think he's playing injured. Hopefully he gets a good run and gets some support around him, and we get to see the best of him over the next 18 months.
Yep, we need him, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Watch as soon as Appy comes back next week, I bet Jerome starts to look like himself again.
We can't be. Appy's coming back from a 3-week break. I know he's going to put in 100% and we'll just probably pick up from where he left off. But if he doesn't, we can't be critical of Appy either.
Yeah, I think 3 weeks he'll be raring.
I know we're raring to go.
4-week rest.
Yeah, true.
I don't think Appy is the type of player that needs form. He's 30. He's 30 years old,
and the style of play he plays is high intensity.
Yeah,
we've been playing him for 80 minutes most weeks. The only rest he's really had is when we put Sione Fainu on at the garbage time of games to kind of give him a break there. I think the 3 weeks will do him the world of good for this season.
I think he's going to come out.
Hopefully it sees him through for the rest of the year and he doesn't burn out towards the end.
Or get suspended again.
And that's on the cards.
And we've seen him towards the end of seasons look really tired in press conferences and almost look like he's not even focusing on what's happening in those press conferences. Because I think the load he's carried over the last 3 years has just been massive at our club. So this 3 weeks could be a blessing in disguise.
Good point about Rach there in the comments too.
No,
he's still training. He's still training. It's not like getting kicked out of the pub. He's still at Concord.
Yeah, true.
Training inside, like in his.
I just think,
spot,
I just get a gut feel that all us fans are just going to be all about Appy at that game.
Yeah, expectations will be high, but I think he'll meet him. He's that good.
I love him. I love him as well. He's my favourite.
I hope he never retires. Play till he's 40.
At the moment, down on troops and not playing the footy we want to play, lacking a bit of confidence and resilience, and again we weren't good enough today. It's a credit to Foz and what he's doing at Manly. They're a really good side. I think what he's been able to achieve in his short time with them has been awesome. So congratulations to them. But I've got to find how we get out of the hole at the moment, and we've got the bye next week, so it's probably coming at a really good time for us where we're a bit wounded. We had a bye in round 1 and we've played 10 games straight since, so we're stinging for it at the moment, so it's a really good time for us to reset, and then as a coach go and have a look at what we need to work out, because the last 3 weeks hasn't been good enough.
Is that the challenge?
Just to reiterate, I think people really underestimate the fatigue in the game in terms of 10 weeks of football in a row, and everyone's, they're elite athletes, and just getting bashed every week. I think just, again, the buys just come, as Benji said just then, the boys needed a rest. I think it's going to be huge, and they'll come out next week. Even the guys might not have been in the best of form. We're getting a few, not just Appy back. I think we're getting Macca back possibly as well. Tavana might be back. So some fresh...
The worst is past us. I can guarantee you that. I reckon the worst is past us.
I don't like your guarantees, though. You guaranteed would beat the Broncos, mate. Don't guarantee.
Point.
We nearly did. We
did everything but.
We should have beat them.
Guarantee.
I never guarantee anything anymore. Fuck this. Oh, man. Player ratings, best rants.
Hang on, just shout out to young Bashara out there. I hope you liked it. I was a bit quicker coming out of the videos this week too. Got some feedback last week. I was too slow. I'm like the West Tigers Edge defense. I was too slow coming back from
Tristan
the
Hope
videos. Tristan Hope. I am the Tristan Hope of West Tigers TV. Let's be honest. Good, bad, and ugly.
Nah, play ratings, best
play
rants.
Ratings. Sorry,
best rants with the voucher.
Sorry, I've got the slides. Yes, best, of course, best comments. Who picked Tiger Kids?
I picked Tiger Kids. They actually have their own podcast. A couple of young fellas who do a really good job of talking through a game. If you haven't heard them, have a listen. Very, very funny stuff. Big Royce Hunt baby. But yeah, I picked them. A really good comment as well.
They've also done they did the post game rant video with us after the Roosters game. They're unbelievable. They're so they're future talents. Absolutely. So Tiger Kids comment this week. With our injury list, we are surprised we have players to put on the field, and now Talon joins the list. Lucky for Benji, we play footy. Granted, it's under 13s and under 11s, but we are ready. Put us in, coach. So great comment there as well. Who picked Liam? Was that Rob or you?
Rob.
So Liam Smith, SMIDT. He was chosen by Mr. Bashara. He said, take 6 of the best players out of any team and they'll get smaller contributions. We just don't have the quality of depth to cover all these positions. However, Skelton should have been picked just based on being taller. I like that he picked someone that actually agrees with what he actually said.
Mate, he only ever picks someone who agrees with what he said.
That's what it's about, isn't it?
If someone wants to get picked, or that they should actually just mention Rob in their comment, and then he'll pick them every week.
Rob Bashara is the best commentator. For other 4-foot wingers, I don't think Mason made one tackle stick. Anyway, some troops back after the bye. Still 5-5 win rate for the year. Let's regroup and build off that. And
I picked Kate.
Yep. Kate says, I don't know why the text is very blurry this week. I complain, I rant, I question my life choices every single weekend, but I still love this club. Being a West Tigers fan is like being in a toxic relationship where they hurt you every week and you still text back, see you next round. Today's game had everything, drop balls, missed tackles, and enough frustration to shorten my lifespan by at least 6 years. At one point, I started applauding completed sets like we just won the grand final. But no matter how painful it gets, no matter how many times we invent new ways to break our own hearts, I'll still be back next week cheering the boys on like a complete idiot. West Tigers forever. That's very good.
That's a good one, isn't it?
That's very good.
So vote for those guys, and the winner will get a voucher from the Summerhill Hotel.
So, yeah, if you're watching on the, I think, YouTube and I think Facebook stream does have it as well. So we'll get the live.
And we'll announce the winner at the end.
So, that's right. You vote by 1, 2, and 3, don't you? So 1 for Liam, 2 for Tiger Kids, 3 for Kate. Drop it in the comments there, and it'll pick it up as a vote. We'll see at the end of we'll see if the Tiger Kids can get a free voucher to come to the pub. We'll give it to you. Give it to their dad, obviously.
Come to the watch along, Tiger Kids.
They can get
mum and dad.
Yeah,
kids are welcome.
Have a fire engine.
Yep. Come and have a chat in the live chat.
Does a fire engine have orange juice in it?
No.
Yeah. No.
Raspberry and
cordial and lemonade.
Raspberry cordial and lemonade. Yeah, that's it.
I don't know people put orange juice in it.
Madness.
Player ratings. Okay. Kai Piss-Paul was the winner this week, 6.85. Terrell, 6.7. Ethan Roberts, third, 6.48.
Some good things.
Talon, 6.19. Skelly played, what did he play, 15 minutes? How long was Skelton? He was fifth. Pole and Sunia last year got pass marks. Safer, ninth. What about that, guys? Albeit a 4.96. Everyone else got a fail mark.
It's pretty spot on, most of that, I think. Nothing there I really disagree with. I thought Ethan Roberts for a debut was a great debut. Needs to work on his defence a little bit, but he was very good with the ball in his hand, and I would actually be picking him to start on that edge come next week.
Yeah, obviously Samuela's not back for a while, so yeah, I thought he looked good too. He's a big unit too. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's probably destined to end up in the middle, I think. And I think that sorry, I just read a comment. I think that
that's right, Emmanuel.
Lateral movement might hurt him a little bit on the edge, especially as his career progresses. But I think he's our best option there until Sam's back.
Psycho Shade says Rob has the best takes.
Who?
Psycho. This is a bit of a psycho comment.
Right. Yeah, no, I think they're just trying to get some voucher from something. Yeah, it's got to be in the rants, mate, not just in a comment.
Very, very aptly named Psycho, though. Any numbers that stick out for you there?
Oh, look, I feel a bit bad for Jerome.
Yeah, 3.22.
Bringing up the rear. I think that'd be his lowest, I think, since his time with us.
It will have been very harsh.
And honestly,
and I think it's a little bit unfair.
I don't think he was the worst player on the field.
No.
Yeah. So, and he's down the bottom. I think that's probably the one that stands out the most.
Me too.
I think he's been
Jake and Liam.
I think he's been a lot better than a lot of people actually giving him credit for.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, everyone else. Trying to think anyone. Yeah, Big Royce had good moments. It's just, I mean, Talon. It sucks we're going to miss Talon possibly the rest of the year. He was
massive
still
loss.
One of our best players. Kaipius Paul has been unreal. I don't think we're
well exceeded
us included. I don't think we're talking about how good Kaipius Paul has been this year, Gary.
I was very happy with that signing when we got him. Newcastle, the way they play football and how left side dominant they are, they really didn't use him. Plus, they told him not to offload. Like, why would you be telling a guy like that not to offload? Like, they wanted to play so structured. And what we're seeing this year, you need something to break those. The offloads really, for us, that's where our main attack's coming from. So I was very happy when we signed him. I expected to see a really good footballer when he got here, but he's even surpassed what I was expecting from him.
And the thing about offloading is, what do you need to do an offload?
You need support.
You need someone to offload it to, and we've got Dream there, or like someone there to catch the ball. Even Appy would get a lot of offloads kind of in the ruck there from him as well. It's just all these pieces out of our spine and our best players. Like, it's just, as soon as we start getting them back, this team, the West Tigers as they were the last 3 weeks, that's not the West Tigers. I'm 100% confident.
No, but we need to work on our depth for next year.
Yeah.
We can't go into next year the same as this year.
Look, what we're banking on a little bit is we needed a season this year where injuries didn't hit us, because we do have some young guys coming through in those positions.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a young hooker coming through who's just not quite ready yet. We've got a couple of young fullbacks coming through who just aren't ready yet. And I think we're kind of betting on those guys a little bit, and we've just been caught a little short. It's hard to go from being wooden spooners, fix your top squad, and fix your depth all in this such small amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I reckon now Appy's back, give Haywood 10 minutes. Although we've got especially if Jock's going to be out, isn't he? He's done his hammy.
Yeah.
So Latu and Jerome will be in the halves. Like, I reckon, are we going to have Hope on the bench?
Look, Appy for me over the next couple of weeks playing 80 minutes. I think that time off he's had, I think you can afford to play him 80 minutes over the next few weeks. So I'm not overly concerned if it is Hope sitting there on the bench. I wouldn't be putting Haywood in until we have a good chunk of our side back around him. I don't want to put any extra pressure on a young guy like that. He's a guy who can play for our club, who can captain our club over the next 10 years. I don't think we need to rush him now because we're in a hole now.
I don't think it's rushing it, but I think the thing about giving someone their debut, bringing them in to kind of rip the Band-Aid off and go through the emotions of a debut, and just giving him 10 minutes either side of half time to give Appy a bit of a rest. I don't know.
He's still up and down between Flegg and New South Wales Cup, though. So I would like to see him get a bit more consistent time in Cup if you're going to make that decision. And I think if the plan that you had as a club is you'd look to debut him at the end of the year, then I don't think you change that plan just because we're in a bit of a hole now. I think you plan out development of players and you try and stick to that as best you can.
I'm not doing it as much. It's really so much plug a hole. I think Appy can play 80, but I just think maybe if our record was a bit better, maybe the Leichhardt game or the Adam might be back by
What's better for Hayward at the moment, playing 10, 15, 20 minutes in NRL or getting 80 minutes week to week in New South Wales Cup?
Yeah. I don't want to see him all year, if you ask me.
I'm not saying bring him in and then play him every week. I'm just saying bring him in, get his debut out of the way, and then pre-season.
But there's no need.
Work him to. Whoops! Someone's getting booked.
Shane, they're looking for you.
Yeah. We haven't had good, bad, ugly yet, have we?
No.
No. Obviously, no team list this week.
Yep.
But good, bad, ugly. All right. What's your good this week?
My good
Shane?
was just the Magic Round festivities. What I saw on TV, it looked unreal. I can't find anything good about the game, but the actual event itself is just getting stronger and stronger. I won't drag on. We spoke about it before, but bring on next year.
Yeah, my good is that we've finally got players coming back. I can't look at that Manly game either and really pull much out of it.
Well, we're missing 12 that game too. Mate, you never mentioned that.
In the middle, yeah.
And if you watch the start of our season, the two guys driving our line speed were Appy and Alex Pole.
Yep.
So having both those guys out, and you really need two guys to drive it.
Yeah.
Having both those guys out really hurt us last week.
Agreed.
100%. All right. Plenty of bad.
Yeah, just the first 20 again. That's all I'll say on that matter. It was horrible.
Yeah, and our starts, I'm going to agree with that. Our starts this year, even in games we won, have been slow and haven't been good enough. It's something we've got to sort out as a club.
Yep. And ugly, I put Jerome. I think he's injured though. So I don't want to smash into him anymore, but I was a little bit disappointed in the performance. But yeah, I think there was underlying circumstances.
For my ugly, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I usually try to make it a bit funny. I want to do a shout out to Jai Arrow. That retirement today.
Yeah, shit house.
That was devastating. I don't ever say this. I want to give a lot of credit to how Souths handled that today. I thought that press conference and the way Wayne Bennett spoke about him and the way the club spoke about supporting him, that's rugby league. To see a guy so young going through something like that.
Carl Webb as well.
Yeah.
Went through it. So it's sad.
Yeah, from everyone here, I just want to wish his family our support because that's absolutely devastating news. That's brought me down today.
Yeah, thoughts with him and his family. Trivia. Let's lighten the mood. Bit of trivia now. I've done some non-Tigers trivia this week. Been a bye week.
I'll probably do better
this week. So
he didn't say non-football, mate.
It's Kiss trivia this week.
Your beauty.
How long is Gene Simmons' tongue?
Shane would know.
All right, let's go.
All right, question number 1. Well, have I stuffed the slides up, have I, Jay?
And are we...
They're all answers.
Well, Shane may have to read out Jay may have to read out the questions for us.
They're actually pictures. I've done some pictures this week. So the first one, yeah. So what year? So this is going to be great for audio. What year was this grand
Am
final?
I allowed to answer this one?
It's a pretty easy hitter. Do you know, Shane?
Is it No.
I'll describe it for people on audio. It's Brad Fittler trying to tackle Wendell Saylor with Matt Singh in the background.
Was it 2002?
Shane. Gary?
2000?
Yeah, it's year 2000. 2002 would have been Roosters v Warriors.
Yeah, I knew it was the Roosters.
They did 2000, 2002, 2003, 2004. They were in the grand final. It sucks to be them. Righto. Something a bit different. Match the player to their birth city. So again, not a great one for the audio medium. So what are we, 50? If you want to go, if you're in the audio medium, it's probably a good time to switch to YouTube. So 50 minutes into the show, bit easier on the audio here. Can you name these 4 players first up?
Yep. Oh,
just name them. Yeah, you can name them.
Sterlo.
Yeah.
That's not Mark Bugden. Is that Mark? No.
It's one of the Mortimers.
Chris. No. Yes, Chris Mortimer.
Yeah.
He's a George player. I can't see him.
It's a bit hard. It's probably a bit hard.
Some George player.
It's Luke Prittis.
Luke Prittis. Okay.
And of course,
Ciro.
So on the screen, there's a map of Australia, A, B, C, and D on different spots. Which player was born where? Let us know in the comments in order. So
Sterlo was A.
Sterlo, Mortimer, Prittis,
was
Ciro.
He? Yep.
I guess the fake Queenslander would know, wouldn't he?
Sterlo was born in Queensland.
Mortimer's
Wagga. Yeah, D.
Prittis. I thought Prittis was Queenslander. Wasn't? Oh, no. I don't know.
No. Prittis. And Ciro was C. So Prittis must be D.
Is that Dubbo? What is B? Where is it?
C.
Yeah, correct. B is Dubbo.
Yeah.
D is Wagga. C is Sydney. A is
Toowoomba or
Toowoomba. I think it's Toowoomba.
Toowoomba, yeah, he was.
He was. One of them. Yeah, correct. Sterlo was Queensland. Mortimer is Wagga, which is D. Prittis is a Dubbo boy, so he's B. And then Ciro, of course, played City Origin. He was born in North Sydney. So nailed it. Hoff.
That's a good one.
Nice work.
Yep. Because they're all old players, see? I go well in the old days.
Yeah.
Yeah, back when people were writing on stone tablets.
Back when football was football.
Right, another visual question. Name the player. So Knights logo, Dragons logo, Broncos logo, Dogs logo, Sharks logo for those playing on audio.
I hate these.
Wow.
Someone will get it, I reckon, in the comments. Let us know.
Gosh.
So started their career at the Knights and then with the Dragons, Broncos, Dogs, Sharks.
So
have we got a year, like a time?
Who's a player who went from Newcastle to the Dragons? Can you name any?
No.
I'm trying. I know the answer. Obviously, I'm trying to think of. Can I think of any?
Are we talking a forward or a back?
It is a forward.
Right.
I'll give you that. Brandon in the comments has got it.
I'm going to cheat if I can find his comment.
It's too small.
Okay.
To read.
Yeah, I got it now.
Michael Ennis.
Yeah, Michael Ennis.
Michael Ennis.
Cat.
Should have had Fox at the end of it.
Well done, Brand. That's solid. Good effort.
Yeah, it is a good effort. Let's sort of do something a bit different. Do you remember Burjo's catchphrase?
Yeah, this is bad.
So name the player. So describe what you can see on the screen, Hoff.
See an ant.
Yep. So the first name's Anthony.
Yep, Anthony Morris shit instrument.
Close.
Minicello.
Yeah. So it's a picture of a mini.
Oh, I thought Morris.
And a cello.
Morris minor.
Yeah. It's actually,
Yeah.
I thought you liked ours. Oh, no, you drive a
The,
Kia.
the minis are actually made by BMW, not by Morris. It's completely.
I don't think that was a cello.
Completely different.
Is that a cello?
That's what.
Yes.
I googled what a cello
I
was.
reckon that was a cello.
What do you think it was?
Cello.
like a
You got
violin.
these.
It was much bigger.
Was it? Small cello then.
It even had the stand at the bottom.
That's a pit. Yeah.
Okay.
It had the had a little stick at the bottom. That's what I don't know. I googled cello. That's what it gave me. So, so a little bit of a preview of our trivia. That's when we have our trivia night, the Summer Hotel eventually. We have got a Who Am I? I was trying to bide some time while I find it. Because I do have it.
That was cool.
Where did I put it? But did you like the themes? Not really very good for
it was
audio.
Good. Yeah, that's a great 3 minutes of audio podcast there, mate.
Yeah, well,
just encourage you. Got to go to the YouTube. Go to the YouTube and watch it.
My favourite part is Shane trying to describe the pictures.
I was trying to, yeah.
Jay, you got something for us?
Speaking of the YouTube, don't forget to put in your final votes in for your favourite comment of the week to win the Summerhill Hotel voucher. So press 1 for Tiger Kids, 2 for Liam Schmid, and 3 for Kate.
It sounds like you're calling up. Remember the sign? You love Seinfeld, don't you?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
When Kramer does the cinema, he becomes the he becomes.
You've called movie phone.
What a television program!
Best ever.
I just find myself, there's a Seinfeld channel on Foxtel.
Yeah, and you just watch it.
Yeah, I just
any
put it
time
on
of the day, and no matter if you're halfway through an episode, I'm the same.
Everyone's like, "Have you watched the latest blah blah blah?" I'm like, "I just watched Seinfeld." I can't not just go back and watch Seinfeld. Righto. I was born. Who am I? I was born on the 15th of February, 1962, in Ipswich, Queensland. Before reaching the top level, I worked as a Queensland. This is a non-Tigers player, by the way. So keeping to the theme of non-Tigers tonight. Worked as a Queensland police officer back when players actually had jobs. Known for my calmness under pressure. I had elite positional play and toughness. Became one of the most reliable. I actually forget what I did. Reliable custodians in rugby league throughout the 80s and the 90s. I began my top grade career with the Souths Logan Magpies before joining that's who Adel coaches, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've got it too.
Before joining the Canberra Raiders, I became a key figure, one of the greatest club sides in rugby league history. Won premierships with Canberra in 88. That's not 88. That was the Dogs. 89, 90, and 94. Played 18 Origins for Queensland. Represented.
It is.
No, it's not big. It's not Malmaninga. 16 tests for Australia. One of the game's elite fullbacks.
Oh, I know.
Come on, you call yourself
Gary Belcher.
Yeah, he's Gary Belcher.
Hopefully someone in the chat answered it before you did.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Come on, Hop. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Sorry about that, everyone.
Did anyone? Someone else did. Jason said Mal Meninga.
Quick, well. Whoever gets it in first.
I was 100% sure it was Mal.
You're 100% wrong.
Not the first time.
I guess, no, is Mal from Ipswich? Did he play for South?
Well, I don't know, but I know he played for South. He won the grand final.
He's
and Wayne Bennett was the coach.
Mal Meninga is a Torres Strait Islander.
Yep.
He?
Oh,
did he grow up?
No, he's from. Strait? No, he's from. His family are
he's
from
North Queenslander, isn't he?
No, his family originally from Vanuatu.
Oh, really?
From that island where the Mount Yasser volcano is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's a Torres Strait Islander.
He is, isn't he?
I don't think he is. I said there was a TV show last year.
I don't know it well enough to.
Yeah.
I always thought he was a Torres Strait Islander, like Paddy Mills. No one.
Oh, what a surprise.
Jason.
Mr. Interstate.
The free.
Interstate.
Mate,
given away the correct answer multiple times.
He wins it enough.
He's too good. He's got to fly to Sydney.
Yeah, he wins it enough. He'll be able to sell them and pay for a flight up here.
Sydney.
And then Hoff can buy him a drink.
Scotty said Wayne Bennett. Yeah, Wayne Bennett's a bit too old. Actually,
no, Wayne Bennett coached South.
A few people said Wayne Bennett, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, he coached South.
He coached South when Belcher and
Adel
Mal was there.
Following in his footsteps. Maybe we'll jackpot it to next week.
Yeah, the South.
Do a double voucher for the winner.
I should move the Summerhill
next week.
Yeah.
What do we got left? Man, we're at 1 hour and 10. God, we can talk.
Other grades.
They're all got the bye.
Yep. Maggie's got pumped by Penrith, but they were leading the comp Penrith, so it was always going to be a tough game.
Yeah. Jersey Flegg. I actually forgot to put the scores from last week. Jersey Flag. Anyone know how Jersey Flag went? I actually forgot to put do the scores.
They won, I think. I may have made that up. I don't have a conviction.
Listen, I'm sure.
Call it if you're going to say it.
Everyone should listen to West Tigers Faithful anyway. If you want your experts on
they'll know who won.
Yeah, they'll give you a good analysis, including the score of the game.
Rant winner.
Oh yes, who we got? Oh, is it close? I think Kate's got it. We'll give the chat one more. So 1 for Tiger Kids, 2 for Liam, 3 for Kate. We'll give it one more minute as we get ready to say good night to Big Dog. Become a West Tigers member.
Definitely.
Anything else? Origin. What are you going to do? What are we doing for our week off?
I'll be watching the Origin.
No, I meant the weekend.
I'll be watching football.
What's
Jake's got his
exciting life, Jake. Look, watching football and reading training timetables.
Is it meant to be raining or something?
I don't know. Yeah, I'll be.
Is it raining?
Teaching my son how to mow a lawn.
I'm the same. I'm coaching my son. We're playing. I think we're playing Concord.
We're playing at the Centre of Excellence in Kellyville.
Oh yeah,
Saturday. Jake is I
don't even know where we're playing. I'm the coach. Anything more interesting than our meaningless lives?
What are you doing, Mr. Lazy?
All I'm going to do is plug what we've got coming up this week.
Yeah,
Hero Raw
better information.
won't be on this week as well. With illness related to the studio, so we're postponing a couple of things this week. But they will be back next week with the GM of football, Shemaine Stevenson, I think I may have got that wrong. I'm sure Rachel will pop it into the chat. She's going to join the girls next week for a chat. West Tigers Faithful are back on Friday. Claws Out, we're only doing one episode on Sunday night. It's a all-in episode.
With Coach, though.
With Coach Adel will be on, and we'll have a full table of panelists as well. And then Claws Out back again on Tuesday for a preview when we have a team to preview. And then back here again Wednesday night for...
we're trying to work out...
Oh, yeah, State of Origin.
State of Origin.
Yeah, so we don't know what we're going to do.
We're thinking maybe going pre-Origin, a bit earlier, possibly. We'll talk about that off.
Yeah, we'll let you know what we do.
We're obviously not going to go a lot.
No.
We want to watch Origin.
What, you don't think people would prefer to watch...
Us, then blab on, then watch State of Origin?
Doubt it.
I'm sure some would, but yeah.
You and I could just argue this New South Wales versus Queensland, mate.
But rather than listen
to Queensland, I disgusted in you.
We'll try and do the show earlier before Origin kicks. So that's 8:05 or something, isn't it? Origin?
Yeah, but you got to prepare. You can't just go straight to turning it on. You need to breathe on that.
Get to have a beer or two. Right, Jay, who's won the voucher via the votes? Probably Kate. Oh, you've announced it.
Good on you, Kate. Good on you, Kate.
Jay's announced it. So Kate, send us. Actually, we've got a new email address too. I've set up this week. So life@westtigers.tv. There's also a Rob at westtigers.tv. If you want to send a personal email straight to Rob, it can be nice. I don't know. Test out the inbox. Yeah.
Gosh, I'm going to flood that thing. I'm going to flood that.
So if you want to send us an email, it was Kate, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kate come to the watch along in a couple of weeks at the Summerhill Hotel.
In about 4 weeks when we play the Knights.
Knights, is it? Right.
I think it's nice. Don't worry, we won't worry about the tips this week. We're already well over time. So shouts to Jay.
Does an excellent job. Thanks, Joe.
Number one.
Not only is he so good on the buttons with no mistakes, he actually sets up the show before the hand, like actually gets everything ready. You're a godsend, Jay.
Unbelievable, Jay.
We love you. And he'll be at the Summerhill Hotel, I think, with us in a few weeks' time.
And the second best beard involved in West Tigers TV.
Yeah. I know. My beard's like a 14-year-old's.
Look like a boy band.
A boy band? What boy band?
Don't know. Shane will know all the boy bands.
Boys to Men?
Would. 5.
If you're getting down, baby.
They were here last weekend.
Were they?
Apparently. My sister-in-law went and saw them.
Baba make you get down. All right.
Anyway.
Time to say goodnight to Big Dog. Thank you, Jay. Thank you to everyone listening. watching. We'll see you next week. Enjoy the bye weekend. Yeah. Spend time with family.
Yep.
And we'll see you next week. As always.
Go the Queenslanders.
No.
Oh.
Fuck the
New South Wales.
New South Wales and West Tigers.
Well, boys and girls, Big Dog's had another exciting day. Perhaps it's time for Big Dog to say goodnight to all his friends and go to bed. Good night, Big Dog. Good night, girls and boys. Sweet dreams.